This is Hardy Brute, and today I'm going to be playing Loki's Revenge. Now the title is a bit harsh. This is Vampire Survivors at Home, but it is a very solid base game. It's got 3 different characters, Thor, Odin, and Sif. Thor has the most even stats, and his ability pretty much doubles everything he has. Odin will summon 2 dogs that go across the screen. He's got 1.5 attack damage, but he's only got 2 health. Sif becomes invincible and gains a health, but her attack is only 0.5, but she starts with 5 health. We have a bit of meta progression, so all of our stats are about 10% stronger than they should be. And that alone is usually enough to beat the game. So let's check it out with Thor. I think he has the best ability. He's also an all-rounder. He's got good damage, good attack speed, and his ability is really good. So right here, our attack should have been doing about 20 instead of 24. We can double our attack or double our XP. Let's double our XP. It's going to be really big early on. Those are both relics that I've unlocked in previous runs. That's why they are so strong. Pickup range, dodge, cooldown. Let's just get cooldown. I believe that affects our abilities more than our ultimate, because our ultimate has like a 140 second cooldown and 0.2 seconds. It's like nothing. Each character has their own special ability. Sif has this E-tier concoction, so she kind of poisons people. And once you unlock that ability for that character, it unlocks on all the characters, so it's a pretty cool mechanic. The Lost Eye, that was Odin's ability that we unlocked. But let's upgrade the concoction. Most abilities upgrade to level 3, and they usually get something special at level 3. Or they get quite a bit stronger. We want to front load the damage and the XP so that we can gain as many levels as we can early on. Because soon the enemies will evolve, they'll get a lot faster, and then we'll have to fight elites as well. Movement speed, weakness, Vampiric Wings. Vampiric Wings is kind of a busted mechanic. So you have a 1% chance to heal 1, and you are often hitting so many enemies that it's almost a guaranteed every single attack. So it kind of turns your character into a god at some point. Let's get the Cursed Heart. 100% more damage for 1 less life. This is our special ability. We're invincible and everything is doubled, even movement speed. The elites drop unique spells, so they have garlic, they do fireballs, or you can increase your number of attacks. Let's get the fireball. It says that it shoots every 3 seconds, but I don't think that is true. It fires quite often. And it's got 100% penetration, but it only does about 10 damage. But that too we can upgrade as well. This is going to be great for some XP. Gain 1 or 2 levels there. We can get the increased Vampire Wings. Dodge doesn't really help us, and luck only really affects vampirism. We also get more XP. Let's get the more XP. I'd like to get all the XP out of the way early on. Another thing I like is you can immediately see the effect. We went from 2.4 XP up to 2.6 XP. We can make enemies weaker, we can get dodge, or we can get max health. Let's get them weaker. So we lower their defense, so that should increase our damage. So we used to do 48, and now with the weakness, I think we're doing 53s. Which is 5 more damage. We're supposed to lower their defense by 5, so I guess it really is just a flat amount. Maybe the elites or the bosses, maybe they have more armor. And as you can see, some of the enemies are slowly evolving. We have axe skeletons and scythe skeletons. The scythe ones are quite a bit faster, but they're still not really a threat. So let's see what ability we get here. We get the garlic, we can do the lightning, we are Thor. So every 3rd attack we're going to drop a lightning bolt. Ooh, and this is a relic too. You kind of just wander around the map, it's a big square. Nullify 1 hit and recharge after 90 seconds, that's pretty strong. So they are in specific locations around the map. There's actually a plot of flowers that points as an arrow to lead to a couple of them. And once you unlock them, they become abilities that you can get when you level up. So the other ones we found was like a cooldown for your main ability, a big cooldown like 30%. Got the 100% damage but you lose a life, and the 100% XP but you lose movement speed. And we may have also gotten the weakness. If you find the relics again in future runs, they just become cash. Cold hard cash. But there's still quite a bit of things to explore. I'm really excited to see new maps, new characters, new abilities in this game. because even with only 2/5 of the meta progression upgrades, the game is a bit easy. This is kind of where you end up dying sometimes if you don't have enough damage, because these trolls have a lot of health and they just kind of run you down. Get even more damage, get more health. Let's get even more damage. So now we're up to 72s. We started with 24, I think. So our damage has gone up quite a bit. And with the fireball, the poison, we're probably doing around 100. I really don't know how long this game lasts. Could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But at some point you get really strong. Increase the reduction in armor, movement speed. Let's get the movement speed. We need to counterbalance that XP movement speed debuff that we get, because it's like 25%. And there's some horse enemies later that will just kill you if you can't get away. So we just have to counterbalance the negatives. This game currently costs less than $2. And it's got a really good clean setup. So it has potential if more is just added. More characters, more abilities, more everything. The more you add, the more challenge you can incorporate. So let's get even more XP. I would like to cap that out. We're not up to 3 XP. I think we started at about 0.6. We've killed almost 500 enemies. And we're almost at the 5-minute mark. Although I don't believe that timer is accurate, seeing as I recorded and our introduction was not 2 minutes long. So we can get more XP, more attack, or even more attack. Let's get a lot more attack. Although I am scared of dying, let's get the XP. We only have 2 life, we'd go down to 1. We could easily get 1 shot and just throw away the run. But here's the little flower arrows. So you follow them along and they lead you to a relic over here. As you can see, now it is just gold. And we destroyed that elite. So let's get the double shots. So now we're going to shoot one behind us. And let's get the max health as well so that we can get the damage upgrade without fearing death. We are getting a lot of levels back to back. Let's max out the XP. So now we're going really slow. Take away 25% movement speed. But we're getting 7.6 XP per disc now. And that's crazy. Let's just get the base damage right now. I'm a little bit afraid of getting hit and being overrun. We're hitting for 90s now. Our damage is off the charts. Let's get the dodge. That's just a constant defense barrier. And every little bit helps. So let's max out the XP and we'll get the damage next. Strikes every other for the lightning. Let's get that. So now every 2 attacks we drop lightning. Which actually does area damage, that's pretty nice. Luck, nullify, attack, plus 30%. Cooldown, luck, these all are terrible. Let's get the dodge. And we can get the damage finally. Now our damage is 234. And as you can see, in most cases, the multipliers are separate. Let's get full damage on our front and back attack. Because we're already up to 47 with the red discs. But we're up to almost 10 now with the blue ones. 9.5. But that's 9 to 10 times more experience than when we started. So no wonder we're getting crazy levels right now. Movement speed, we can finally go a little bit faster. More attack damage, 50% more damage. The damage does affect our abilities, it's just the base damage is a lot lower. The fireball starts at 10, so it should be about half the damage that our hammers are doing. They just travel so much slower that they don't even get a chance to hit. We're getting pretty close to reaching critical mass. Or I don't think anything can kill us. Pickup range, shots, let's get more fireball shots. Increase the base, now it's 20. It should also fire more frequently. But I think the speed is the issue over the firing. Might be good if we get surrounded. Some walk-in XP. And the archers now, they're shooting little arrows. So let's max out and fix our movement speed. So now we should be a little bit faster than when we started. But we've got all that juicy XP. This was another relic location. This map only has 5, and we were able to find 3 of them. Most of the characters are pretty similar. Odin, it does do more damage, he attacks faster, and he does have less life, but in general you get the same upgrades and skills. Let's max out the attack. Now we're doing a cross attack. Essentially double our damage, and this is often where you'll die, because it's incredibly easy to get surrounded. We found our first magnet. Let's get the further reduction in defense. We should be getting a lot of levels here. Lightning strikes every single turn. Even faster fireballs. And now we're getting down to the ones that kind of just suck. The dodge, the pickup. Level 3 on the poison. Does 10 more damage, that's pretty strong. Let's go 10 further in the defense reduction for the max level. And that was all the levels. We're pretty close to getting everything that you can in the game though. We've unlocked most of the skills and relics, but I think you get another skill just for beating the game, which I haven't done yet. But it does seem like there's an ending, so I'm actually going to wait for it this time. Luck +1. That means we'll heal more often. The levels are definitely going slower, but we've maximized most of ours into damage and XP and all sorts of things that'll help us. So now we got 4 lives, and we'll heal every 60 seconds, which is a long time. You'll probably be dead if you're relying on that. We're reaching the 8-minute mark, and we're about 4 minutes off now from the real time. We are fighting 4 elites at once, but we don't actually have that many abilities to pick anymore. So each time we kill them, we're just going to get a free level up instead. We got the garlic. And let's get Odin, we never got that yet. More damage on the garlic in a bigger area. And at this point, I think we're about at critical mass, and I don't think anything can kill us. And we fully leveled up garlic. Upgrade the ability. We're getting surrounded, but we're not actually getting touched. And let's get the vampiric wings. So now we have a 3% chance to heal. And it's not just one, it's our entire life. And that's for each separate bullet, each separate attack. So at 3%, it's going to happen every single time. And that's what makes us unkillable. Increase the luck, so it's actually going to be increased even higher than 3%. Could even be as high as 10% with all the luck that we're going to get. And with that, I think we've gotten every single upgrade that I really care about. The only thing left is cooldown, knockback, pickup, nullifying a hit. But we've only got like 6 more levels to go to get everything. And I'm not even going to move anymore. We have a lot of projectiles coming towards us, we dodge most of them. And the ones we don't dodge, we heal instantly from. So we've reached the point of not being able to die. So YouTubers and streamers, they're always going on about how they shouldn't nerf games, they should always buff other elements of it. But this is kind of what happens to the game when you just let the game go crazy. Is this more fun than having a balanced game? I don't know. But I feel like having more of a challenge, more of a threat, makes more sense. Becoming an unkillable god is pretty fun for the first time. But it shouldn't be a constant always. You can see now why we only have 2/5 of the meta progression, and we don't really need the other 30% boost. Because at some point you're going to reach this point of critical mass. We've got a handful of abilities left to level up. Level 3, and one level 1. I think the game glitches a little bit too sometimes. I think it really lists the same ability even though it's level 3 sometimes. So I think it was doing that with pickup. We need 3 more levels. Level 2. And skipping ahead just a bit, we are level 3. So that's all of the abilities. So what are we going to get now when we level up? So we get Magnet, Gold, or Recover 3 health. That is completely useless. Magnet will be nice. So it cycles through the 3 options. And then just keeps on starting over, huh? So we're now a couple minutes into the future, and as you can see, the enemies actually evolve and change. They're still growing. Now there are big troll guys coming towards us. But they are still no threat for us. So this game has a lot of elements of progression set up in the game system. See, we're fighting bats now. Flying, and they look pretty cool. They just are not a threat to us. We can't actually get stronger, and they can't get enough health to survive. We got to 69 kills? Let's go. So skipping ahead to about the 25-minute mark, we're now at 9,000 kills. This game does have an ending, though. The enemies seem to have stopped spawning. So it's going to either stop at the 25 or the 30. Ooh, this is something new. We killed the Golem of Mygard. Nice, so the game ends around the 25-30 minute mark. Well, I hope you enjoyed Loki's Revenge. This game has the backbones to grow if it wants to. But right now, it's kind of vampires at home. Well, I'll see ya. Later.